What's going on, guys? This is Jason of Auglitical. I swim through the politics so you don't drown too. I am just a man trying to bring common sense in a world where common sense isn't so common. So I'm going to show you guys a video. If you're faint of heart and you can't handle this type of thing, you probably shouldn't look at it. Then again, I know YouTube is very funny with the way that they show you information. They select and choose what they want people to see, and this is the reason why a lot of people view things kind of differently than another person who chooses to seek out that information raw on their own. I don't know if they're going to age restrict it or take it straight down, but let's get right into it.
Hi, Fortunea. How are you today? I'm sorry?
Keep driving.
You've got to be joking.
Keep driving.
What are you doing?
This is a gun. Keep driving.
No, it's not. Stop. Come on, man. I got a family. What are you
I got
doing?
a family too. Now drive.
What are you doing?
Drive.
Please stop.
Drive the car, miss.
Why are
Just
you
drive.
doing this?
Don't make this so noticeable. Just drive.
Why are you doing this?
Drive the car.
To where?
Complete the trip.
I cannot do that.
Complete the trip.
Why are you doing this?
Complete the trip.
Please?
Complete the trip.
Please
Drive.
stop. Please, I'm begging you.
I'm begging
I have
you,
4
drive the
kids.
car.
What are you
Drive
doing?
the car. Complete it. Now drive.
Please take that off of me. Please. No.
Keep driving. Do what I say and everything will be alright.
All right. So, I've already been through the story, but I'm going to just say it. So, as you can see, a person gets inside of the car for a name that's not his because his name is Calvin Crew. I think the name in the beginning of this video was Tiana or something like this. And I'm going to try to bring that all together, but let me just get all the information out of this. So, you have a mother of 4 named Christina Spukaza who was 38 or something. She was 38. And this is during 2022 when, COVID was taking place. And you get this person that gets in the car and puts a gun to the back of her head. Now, this is already a terrible, terrible, fucked up situation. The video ends once this individual finds that she has a dash cam. He takes out the dash cam. And her body was found with a single gunshot wound to the back of the head. Of course, you can see how that played out. And apparently, the family of this woman says they didn't want him to have. So this happened in Pennsylvania and Pittsburgh, and I'm guessing the death penalty is a thing there. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. But the family decides they ask for him not to be executed or given the death penalty to show him mercy. And that right there makes me want to bang my head up against the wall. And the thing is, the girl, so this is the individual that did it. 25-year-old Calvin Crew, sentenced for life without parole. Would you even want to give somebody parole for doing some shit like this? That's Christina. And I just want to get to the end of it here, right here. Crew also received a text from his girlfriend, Tiana. I think that was the one who made the call. That said, I'm not going to jail if we get caught. So this makes me think, first and foremost, this is again, as a Afro-American man, as a Black American, as an American, power without justice and justice without power doesn't work. It would be one thing if this was a situation that this was a complete accident. He's defending himself from being attacked and he pulls out a gun and shoots and he accidentally kills her type of situation. That's not this situation. This was premeditated. He could have just got out of the car. He could have just not have been a shit stain, a thug. He could have not done any of this. But he did do this. And the problem is, a lot of these criminals are getting away and being back released on the streets. And they're getting more emboldened and more emboldened. When you got our politicians going out there to foreign lands to fight for illegals who are violent gang members instead of their own citizens, their own people who live on their land, like they didn't even try to help these people in North Carolina from these hurricanes. Yet, this is where the problems come from. You want to know why people sit there and they talk about 15 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago? It's because we had a more stable society. We had a more stable, stronger country because our laws weren't so lip wristed. There weren't so many reforms to make things so everybody can be redeemed after doing something horrible. And it's not just America. It's also in the UK. When you got people seeing criminals get on, and here's the thing, it's not just blacks. I know that the Aryan race over on Twitter, that's what they want to make it out as. We don't need to live like that is one of their slogans. But it's your fucking fault, whites. How about that? Follow me on this. You want to know why I blame whites for this? Because you're the guys in both these lands, America and the United Kingdom, where you go relaxed on your laws. You think criminals are going to stop being criminals when you're going laxed on your laws? They're going to still be criminals. They're just going to do it more. But instead, in the UK, they're giving their land away over to Muhammad. In the United States, I guess they gave the power over to all of these other groups, outside groups, where the politicians are playing both sides. They just want everybody to be divided so they can utilize us to their best of their ability. Because what they fear is the people being united in America. That's what they fear. For the UK, I don't know what to say. I'm scared for the UK because it mirrors what the United States can turn into. As a man who has never committed a crime towards any group of people, but has common sense and willing to tell it like it is. And I hope you make your own decision. Don't just listen to the way that I talk about things and that's your view on things. Really think about this. Me personally, I believe in mercy. I believe in redemption. This shit stain needs to be put down because it sets a message to any other group. And here's the thing, it's not only blacks that do shit like this. So when you run into white trash, when you run into stupid young niggas, as they call themselves, that's what they call themselves, crash outs. When you run into Muhammad going around and trying to stab somebody, stab some little girl, or stabbing some guy because he knows that the law is a two-tier system over in London or England or whatever like this, and then there's no justice because there's no power behind it, and vice versa. We get to where we are now, where now it's not the far left, but the far right that's on the rise again because they never disappeared. They just been hiding in their mother's closets. The racism is never going to disappear, but now they're allowed to fester all over again. And if you're sitting there, you're jumping on the bandwagon thinking that this is cool, right? This is your time to rise. The South will rise again and all hell Hitler and all this other stupid shit, even with Kanye West being behind it or Nick Fuentes. Where does it stop? Because you won't win. That's the sad thing. Your women will not agree with it. Your own people are not going to agree with it. And you're going to lose your land. But this is where we are. Because every group commits crimes, but the media, these social platforms, the influencers that they're only trying to make a buck, they don't give a shit about what's really happening in the world. They're going to keep promoting certain type of stories to you so that they get the best benefits out of everything. They don't want to fix anything. You want to fix things? I know it's not a reality. We need, and I'm talking about America, it needs to be across the board in all of these states. The law going across the board for any groups. Get rid of all of the bad weeds. Instead of this nonsense, talk about deportations and slavery and all this other nonsense. You really think that you're gonna, after getting out of the, and you know what's crazy? I saw it coming a mile away when it came down to deporting illegals, and I was like, that's good. But watch what happens when it emboldens the people. It emboldens the whites, the racist whites, the extreme whites that don't like other groups. And lo and behold, not even a month later, now it's calls to get rid of every other group. Now they want a white America again. Man, get the fuck out of here. Anyway, like I said, set the example, fix your laws. That's it. That's it. That's all you need to do. My name is Jason of Auglitical. I swim through the politics so you don't drown too. I'm just a man trying to bring common sense in a world where common sense isn't so common. And I will catch you guys next time. Peace.